Welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. Again, it's Jay Andrews, Logan Creed. One day we're going to get a video where he doesn't do something with his face when we turn the camera on. So, watch anything lately?
Highlight reel with you a minute ago.
So,
Raw and SmackDown.
We checked out a highlight from, I'm not sure if it was one of the earlier shows from WrestleCircus or whatnot, but it was kind of the first experience of WrestleCircus the both of us have had. So, what'd you think?
I like what I saw. A lot of action.
Yeah, definitely a lot of action. A lot of holy poop moments.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't checked out WrestleCircus, maybe something to check out. I know I'm definitely going to look into it more. I know a lot of the guys that wrestle there. The highlight we saw a few people we knew, personally knew, like Gregor James, Andy Dalton, a couple of those guys.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Yeah, so very cool to see them. Saw the boys, not them boys, but the boys from Ring of Honor.
The fanboys.
Yeah, and a lot of other folks.
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, Jeff Cobb, Michael Elgin, Pentagon Jr., EC3, Chris Hero, ACH. Just the list goes on and on and on. It looks to be about 914 matches per episode, so I'm sure you'll definitely get your money's worth.
Was it a 20-minute highlight reel?
Yeah. When you have a 20-minute highlight reel, how many matches did you have on the show? But
when I try to cut them down and do them myself, I try not to make them over 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
But all in all, I mean, it was great.
It was impressive. Maybe I want to go check out something.
Yeah. I believe you can find them on Twitch, so check that out. I think they've got an event coming up pretty soon.
I know they just had one, and AR Fox made his.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it was this last weekend or something. They had an event,
and he was talking about he had a great time and he looked forward to going back and all that. I saw it on his Facebook page.
So check that out. Also, there's some videos going around of Pro Wrestling Ego, of our last event at the Hideaway. Several really good matches on there. Check out the Boot Boys versus the Pride. Check out Oblivion versus Oblivion, I guess. Check out Danny Adams takes on O'Shea Edwards, and then main event Joey Abel, Ray Fury. So there's a lot of good stuff on our last event there at the Hideaway, so check that out as well.
Three-way with Everett.
Yeah, Everett, Shaky McMullen, and the Ghost, Eric Silva. Had 6-man tag with Days of Rage and Zombie Dragon versus Sean Orleans and newcomers Wes Warren and Alex Graves. And I think that's the whole show.
Dad bod.
Yeah, so check those out. I mean, they're all on our YouTube page. If you're watching this, just scroll down a little bit and you'll find it. A lot of really good. It was a really good event. A little controversy at the end when Monty Warbucks came out, and looked like the Experience has now joined forces with E4L. So
do what you gotta do to survive.
Yeah, looking forward to see how things play out from there. So just check that out. Is there any other promotions maybe you've heard some talk about but haven't seen? Or haven't seen much of?
What was one you were telling me about where they were kind of signing contracts and stuff?
Oh, NWL?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I never did know the name of it. You told me a little bit about
basically
it.
What that is kind of basically like they're having like territories, and you'd be at war with the other territory kind of deal. So it's NWL St. Louis and NWL Kansas City. Right now is the two, I guess, leagues, because I guess it's the National Wrestling Leagues.
Okay.
So check that out. There's a lot of guys you've seen in Ego before that are under contract there, and a lot of top guys you've seen in the Indies, that are out there. So
I seen on Gary J's the other day. That's what made me think of it. So I'll try to peek on something every once in a while if I see a highlight reel, but it's getting where you don't see a lot of highlight reels anymore.
Right.
So
any others? I know I've kind of discovered AIW, Absolute and Intense Wrestling. They've been around for a long time.
Is that one out of Georgia?
No, it's out of
okay,
I went blank.
Asked you that question.
Yeah, because I was on a roll. Maybe Ohio, I think.
Okay.
No. North of us.
Okay.
So check that out.
No, it was the one where Gary J fought
AWE.
Is that
Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment?
That might have been it. Yeah. Where he wrestled your first Southern 8 champion.
Yeah.
And kind of cracked his nose or whatever happened.
Kyle Matthews.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that match, but I guarantee you if you watch it, you'll probably love it.
But like I went to their page and I checked out some of their matches and highlight reels, and I was pretty impressed by what I saw. It was really good.
Yep. It's a good company. They're doing a lot of cool things over there. So just check that out. I'm trying to think of others that I have kind of just heard some noise about, but really haven't seen a lot of. Just right off the top of my head, I really can't think of any. The AIW came to mind because I've been listening to their podcast. And one of the owners just passed away, so that kind of shaking things up, I guess.
Oh, that may have been who I kept reading about. I kept saying
Chandler Biggins.
That was his name. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what had happened was, like WrestleMania weekend, he had just got sick, and this is just from what I'm picking up, and just I was like, maybe I'm getting pneumonia or something, and ended up having some kind of like. Something just ate his insides up or something. Like he got some kind of parasite or something. And don't quote me because I don't know for sure. But essentially it was one of those things where he thought he maybe was just getting a cold or whatever, and it come out to be way worse. And he passed from it. So they just did their big event. They're at there. It's called Absolution. And so check that out. I think a lot of maybe if you download that, I think it goes to his family to help pay for funeral expenses, that kind of thing, hospital bills. Cool. So I think you can get it at Smart Mark Video. So check that out. What?
Is he going up the wrong side of the road?
Yes, he was.
Sorry.
Yeah. So when you're on a 4-lane and somebody decides to take the other road.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out Smart Mark Video and the Absolution. Like I said, I think all the proceeds of that go to the Chandler Biggins Foundation or fund or whatever. So. It's one thing to like know you're gonna die. It's another thing to be like, oops, it just happened. So
you don't know when it's your time.
Right. So you got New Year Life in Headlock up, right?
Yeah, with O'Shed, were just real good.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. You got to learn some stuff about him. You got to learn that he was trained by Johnny Swinger and Robert Gibson and a few others. So
I shared it.
Yeah.
And we'll see where it goes, and it's up to everybody else now. I mean, I'll share it some more.
Yeah.
But I mean, after that, there's only so much you can do.
Right. So, anything to talk about? Anything happening? Newsworthy?
Not really. SummerSlam's coming up. And I think they're going to end up doing a 4-way.
Okay.
With Lesnar and Braun, Joe, and Roman.
Oh, Roman? He knew?
It just doesn't excite me to say Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's so crazy because, like, when the Shield first came out and, like, everybody was pro-Shield and, like, but individually, like, really, I mean, all three of those guys are doing things, but I think the most over guy in there is Seth Rollins that came out of the group, Him
and Dean.
Yeah.
And then I would say Roman. Like, Roman would be dead last of the three if I had to pick. I mean,
but it's just funny how, like, fans will turn their back. You know what I mean? Like, because he's essentially doing nothing different than he did then. It's just like, oh, well.
If anything, he's better, but he just...
he's one of those, like, I feel like he didn't get a fair shake because, like, well, the internet fans were mad, because, oh, well, we didn't want him to win this time. We wanted him to win next time. And, so we hate you because, we didn't get what we wanted.
Yes, I wasn't a fan when he was in the Shield, honestly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's okay. He's an alright worker, just, I don't know,
right.
just real stale.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where, as a group, you could hide stuff, And sometimes, guys just aren't ready to walk on their own.
Well, sometimes, I mean, he even has good matches. It's just something about him. He's a stale character. He's not exciting to watch or anything. I don't care about anybody's best. That'd be like me going to, do you like Kevin Owens because of his shirt?
Well, I mean, like as a promoter, I'll hear people say, oh, well, if it was in a different building, I would have came, and stuff like that. And I just like, oh, well, they have great matches, but, their lighting and stuff isn't that great, so we don't want to get into that. I mean, fans are, it's crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised to hear somebody say, I don't like Roman because he wears a vest, and I love Dean because he wears a t-shirt, Like the way some fans just, they interpret things, blow my mind.
It's just his character. His character is stale to me.
Nothing
about him makes me want to cheer him.
Like I can't defend it or hate on it, so I don't watch it. So
I mean, Joe comes off as a badass. He always has come off as a badass. So you get behind a guy like that.
I got you.
You know, I mean, stealing Undertaker's My Yard thing is another thing. I'm just like,
see, I pop for that. I think if they would push him as a heel, and I know that's me,
well, that's what
but I think a lot of people would change their opinion on him because they wanna like him. They just don't want to like him as the good guy. You know what I mean?
I guess. Or they want to be the reason he turns to a face.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But I mean, even when The Rock was out there and tried to help him push, and they were booing him, and Rock's like, "Yeah, I don't want to be out here right now."
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you guys. You know.
He's just my cousin. Sorry about that.
You know, families got to stick together. So, speaking of family, like The Rock, he's got like a ton of cousins in WWE, nephews, nieces, aunts, uncles.
Mm-hmm.
So what, like, if you're doing the ultimate Samoan family based in WWE right now, you'd have what? You'd have, let's say The Rock would just be your fatherhead. He's sometimes there, sometimes not.
Yeah,
so you'd have what? Usos, Roman, Nia Jax,
Tamina.
And Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad faction.
Is Nia part of the family? I really don't know. I know Tamina.
I think she's like a niece or something.
Okay.
So
I know her new running flip over senton is dreadful. You saw it. Did you want to take it?
Nah.
No, me neither.
Which I don't want to take anything. So
but
that would be a pretty cool faction, though. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you got the Usos that are heel now, right?
I wish I'd do something.
Isn't Tamina heel?
Yeah, kind of. She's teaming with Layla for some weird reason.
Layla? Layla who?
She
back?
Did I say the right name?
Natty?
Lana. I said Layla. I meant
okay.
Lana. She's teaming. I don't know. The Lana thing's kind of weird. Nobody really gets it yet. Maybe she's supposed to be like her trainer or something. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, let's go with Roman, the Usos, and Nia Jax and Tamina as a faction.
Who the hell's gonna fight them?
White family.
They all bro now.
No, that's not.
Hey, bro's by herself.
Oh.
So I say who the hell's gonna fight them? They're breaking up tag teams left and right.
All right. Well, let's see. You got to put a group together to go against them. Fantasy book.
Oh shit.
Fantasy book.
Uh,
Are there enough like second/third generation guys to be a group? I mean, you've got Orton, you've got who else?
Technically Bray and his brother.
Bray and Bo.
I'm trying to think who else is
and
there.
Girls.
Right now.
Natty
is the only one I can think of.
She's the only one there.
That's family. I think so. What's the old gal in the NXT that's undefeated?
I have no idea.
The champion. I can't remember her name. Asuka. I'll stick her in there just because she's a badass. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Well, somebody's got to take on Tamina.
Yeah.
And Nia. And I really don't see Natty doing it by herself. She ain't that big.
No. Well, I mean, you got Tessa Blanchard coming up. She's in the Paul and Rachel Ellering's. You know, they're both in the tournament.
Yeah, but they ain't there yet. So.
Kinda.
It's the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah. I saw this question online, and I didn't read any of the comments, but it says, "Ever wonder why it's not the Fabulous Moolah Classic?"
I was kind of wondering that, considering did Mae even ever win the belt?
I have no idea.
I mean, I honestly don't think she did. But she may have.
I know she didn't win the WWE belt unless it was like when she was 75 or something, you know.
But I mean, Moolah was her champion, so I was the same way. I kind of wondered that myself.
My first thought was just simply the fact that, you know, Mae had the reputation of being as tough as nails and being, you know, tougher than the men. So if you wanted to put over the fact that, you know, this is after a lady that kicked butt, you know,
that could be.
Where Moolah was more, I ain't gonna say gimmick, but gimmick, you know.
She was. Even in the cartoon, she was a gimmick, remember?
Yeah, and plus, I mean, Mae Young Classic just sounds better than Fabulous Moolah Classic. You know what I mean? Like, it just rolls off the tongue a little better.
No,
so, I'm like, it may have strictly been from a marketing standpoint that it just sounds better.
Well, I know at one point when they were doing the Dudleys, trying to get them over, and they were putting everybody at the tables. And Bubba had to put her off to a table off.
Yeah, was scared to do it.
And she called him a kitty cat, and told him, well, I'm really using the clean version of what she said.
You kitty cat.
Yeah. Don't be a kitty cat. Throw me off this damn thing. Yeah.
So she's definitely tough.
You know.
So that alone may have got her the tournament.
You know, exactly.
So
when somebody's telling you to power bomb somebody off about 18, it wasn't quite 18 feet, probably at least 12 feet, honestly. So, you know, and hell, she's at 70-something years old at that point.
That is true.
So, that's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. In Pro Wrestling Ego, a lot of the fans, we've got a lot of feedback from people that were upset on what Monty Warthog, as they call him, did to Ray Fury. So we've heard people say that that he should be fired, he should be suspended, he should be fined, he should be a number of things. That's probably the ones I can only say on camera. Some other ones had other options that they wanted the Warthog to happen to the Warthog or whatever. So, in your opinion, as a fan, what do you think should happen to the Warthog?
I'd say he gets a match with Fury later on.
I kind of see the same thing. I personally have talked to Ray, and being with the office, when you have all your fan stuff, clamoring for some action to be happen, to take place or whatever. So I've talked to Fury, and Fury is more in the line of, you can do that, but I want my hands on it,
Well, I mean, what's the point of suspending somebody? What the hell is that going to get you?
Yeah.
As a company, you're not going to make any money off
right.
of it. As a fan, you're not going to get nothing out of it. You're not going to see the match. That's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. You can fine him, sure. They make you some money.
Yeah.
But, but suspending him, that's about the dumbest thing you could do.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the money?
That's true.
Where's the payoff?
Good point.
Yeah, I'm smart than look. Told you. Even without the glasses on.
So, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm kind of curious of what's going to happen, which, of course, I kind of have a rough idea of what's going to happen on August 5th, but I'm curious to see what happens and how the fans react to what's going on August 5th. August 5th, Byron Baptist Church.
Oh, Byron,
the show at the event at the Hideaway was called Out With The Old. This event doesn't necessarily have a title, but we're kind of leaning more toward of In With The New. So we have Out With The Old. Somebody's upset that we're here.
Monkey says.
There's I think it was a bird.
Okay.
But so we got Out With The Old. I think we're going to do In With The New August 5th. And let's just see what happens.
That ain't ended too well. Last time you said something like that, they got knocked out of them. Might be returned to sender again.
It could be. So,
all right, checks your butt can't cash.
That's it. So let's wrap this up. Got any last thing to comment on or touch on? We got a few minutes before we got to actually wrap it up, but we're getting close.
Not really. Really go check out the O'Shea Edwards. It's really, really good, honestly.
Yep.
We had probably a good 18-minute conversation.
Yeah.
It's one of the longest ones I've had in a while.
Well, that's really cool. I mean, he is a talker.
Well, people got to realize when I ask the questions, I don't give them the answers. Like, they give me what they want. And if you give me some short answer, that's really all I can go with.
I mean, if you give a yes or a no, then that's all you get.
So when people are like, well, you don't do this one isn't very long, that was too short. I'm like, it's not me.
Yeah.
If you can't
I can't make the questions no longer.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I tell everybody. And if you think somebody's in a character, that's on you, because I don't tell them what to do. That's up to them completely. And I really do leave that wide open.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I say check them all out. And some of them are great, and some of them are not so great. So,
all right, let's do this. You give your favorite Life in a Headlock for them to go back in the archives and check out. I'll give them my favorite Life in a Headlock to go check out. And the guys go back and...
What the hell am I supposed to do? Then everybody I've done's going to be like, you're an asshole for not saying I was the best.
It's your opinion. I mean, it's your favorite, not...
Well, I'll give you three that
it could be horrible and you still could like it, you know what I mean? So...
yours is pretty good.
I definitely second that. Go check out the Jay Andrews Life in a Headlock. Won't be disappointed. Hilarious.
Lucas is real good. Lucas Frost. And John Davis. But I mean, really, there isn't a bad one. There's a couple that are kind of slow.
Yeah.
But Monty's is real good. Monty Warbucks is great. Matter of fact, it's one of the best ones I've
Ryan
known.
Ocean had a good one.
Ryan's is real good. And some of the ones I thought would get more views didn't get as many views as I thought they would. So I'm sometimes confused on who gets the views and who don't.
Right.
I want to redo Fury and the Boot Boys since now they have more
experience, more to talk about.
Yeah, more to talk about because at that point they'd only been like a couple of months, honestly.
Yep.
So
I mean, Fury even has a new name.
Yeah, I'd like to do Ride again now that he let's just say his persona's changed.
Yeah.
So
because if I'm not mistaken, at that time Fury was still tagging with Max Glory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were tag champions.
Yep.
Matter of fact, they just kicked my butt like the night before. So I interviewed people that beat me up.
Yeah, it's funny how wrestling works, huh?
Yeah, weird.
So hey guys, if y'all wanna have a conversation after you kick the Madman's butt, just hit him up and say, hey, I want to be on Life in a Headlock.
So I think with Riot was nervous, and I think the other day me and him talked for almost an hour. So,
Dash.
Who's Dash?
Future wrestler in training is really good as well.
I thought it was because I worked with him.
I mean, for a 7-year-old, I mean, he did a great interview. So props to Dash. Future boot boy maybe, so check that out. But yeah guys, hey, we're gonna wrap it up. This has been Ego on Break, and check out those Life in the Headlocks. Until next time, see you August 5th at Byron Baptist Church.